All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. We are taking a look at the wheat sector, looking at TLRY and ACB. Man, there is a lot of bad going on, and the real problem is we have lost our all-time low support. I often say when you fall into all-time lows, it's a really quick black hole of death that just sucks your money away. And I'm telling you, there, okay, there's no other word for it but that sound, all right? We'll obviously talk about the details shortly, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of details to talk about at this point. All-time lows is not where you want your hard-earned money, all right? If there's only one thing you listen to on this video, it's that right there, okay? Real quick, before we get into the details, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our 5 moving averages. I just talked about them. These support lines, once they got lost, oh man, it got real scary, right? So, and then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like and subscribe, it does really well with the YouTube algorithms, but even if you don't, just thank you so much for watching these, okay? And then, hey, if you disagree with anything, throw it in the comments. I'm not a hater. I'm not gonna, if your opinions are better than mine, I'd love to hear them, I promise you. My cat's at the door too. I gotta let her out. Sorry. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on now. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. Sorry about that. So look, let's get into it. Obviously, this has been a whole lot of trading under the 8. Whole lot of trading under the 20. You know, bad things happen under the 8 and the 20. I beat that drum so often that like none of this should have been a surprise, and really none of it should have been a surprise since the 21st especially, okay? Like, yeah, I get it went down. Yeah, I get we try to recover. We definitely fail it. There was just never a single moment of hope after that, right? And again, when I make my videos, I'm not a short, I'm not a hater, but I'm not a hoper. I'm not a believer. I'm not here crossing my fingers, right? Like we're staring at lines and talking about reality. That's how this works. You know what I mean? So, excuse me. Ooh. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, at this point, again, there's not too much technical analysis I can do because I'm going to zoom out. We're looking at the weekly, and let me just show you. We are now here. Okay, there is nothing. We're actually below this wick as well. What's the low of the wick? It's 243. We're at 242. All right, we are literally staring at nothing but the black abyss that's below us right now. And I don't care about a wick. All right, if you watch my videos, we don't do anything about wicks. So like, I'm just talking about the wick just to talk about it for like the all-time low, like perfectionist, right? But in my head, this is it's bad because again, I'm unable to start guessing where we're gonna stop. Right? There's no past history for me to make a support line. All I know is we're going down, right? And look, on the weekly, we've had an RSI as low as 8.95. That's a long ways away from 21. This green line looks like it still wants to go down. There's no real like recovery yet. You know what I mean? We have not had good volume. We're actually now lowering our 50-week average. It's been so low that the average is getting worse. That's not good. And look, the MACD was as low as this down here, right? It doesn't seem like a lot, but we're up here. I think I see the green. Yeah, I do see the green peaking, right? If this bad boy wants to drop all the way to here, while this guy drops from 8 to 21, while volume keeps going worse, I mean, I'm telling you, this could be bad, all right? And I'm not here to doom and gloom or like spread fear, none of that. But I always say, all-time lows, back of my head, you're about to lose 20%, if not more. There's really no like, and I'm telling you, it could be more, it could be less. Like I have no idea, but all-time lows is not where you want your hard-earned money. There is very little I guess I'll just talk. That's an ugly MACD, not a good RSI, horrible volume, and actually volume just cracked the 50 moving average for the first time since this day right here. It's the first time in almost a month, actually, a little more than a month. So yeah, and it's not good that the sell-off was what cracked it, right? So there's so much to be worried about on Tilly. All right, let's look at Aurora. Could you guess it would have been any different, right? Let me just go to the weekly to make sure. I gotta zoom out a bit. Yeah, we are deep, deep, deep in all-time lows. Like, we pretty much just saw most of that 20% I was talking about right when we lost it, right? You do not want to lose an all-time low support. You do not want to have your money in a stock that's doing nothing but trading under the 8 for this long. There's so much that really could have. Look at this volume. That's just ugly. You know what I mean? I mean, there's just not too. And look, obviously the markets are going down right now, right? And the fact that it seems like today might have been day one of some scary like NASDAQ, Dow Jones, S&P stuff. Why would we believe that the worst is over here? You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not here to doom and gloom, but I'm here to talk about reality. All right. So just please be real careful. I know there are a lot of passionate traders that carry these stocks. Sometimes passion don't pay the rent. Just remember that. All right. I sincerely appreciate your time so much, but yeah, there's not that much more I can say here. Hey, trade safely, to say the least.